Hello. Hello and welcome in. Welcome to Tammy Loves Vintage, where tonight I get the honor of sharing with you a package that I got in the mail. It's been a very much anticipated package, I believe, since July. We've been working on this package, trying to get it back home, right? We had a group thing that Cheryl with Mama P's Crafty Creations came up with, and her idea was to have a few of us make a friendship journal, a vintage friendship journal, and try to make it authentically vintage. And we were to build our journal together, each one of us. We did it all the same day. We did it an hour behind each other. We each took an hour to build our books. And then we decorated our covers. We added our pages. And then we boxed our books up and mailed them to, I mailed mine to Anne. And Anne mailed hers to Heidi. Heidi mailed hers to Cheryl. Cheryl mailed hers to Michelle. And Michelle mailed hers to me. And then we took 5 or 6 pages and decorated them in the book randomly, wherever we wanted to, with whatever we wanted to. And then we did that with you guys. And then we mailed the books again. Me to Anne, Anne to Heidi, Heidi to Cheryl, Cheryl to Michelle, and Michelle to me. And then, so then I, this time had Cheryl's book. So I did 5 or 6 pages in Cheryl's book, and then we mailed it. And each month since this summer, we worked on each other's books. And then eventually, of course, in that rotation, eventually mine would come home, which it did. And Cheryl did her unveiling this morning, well, this afternoon. It was this afternoon. And I'm doing mine tonight. I think Heidi, golly, I'm not sure. Let me see if I got it in the conversation. I might have it here in the conversation. Hi, everybody. Vintage Friendship Journal. Michelle's going to be Thursday. So Michelle is with the Vintage Daisy. She's going to share her box, her journal, at 7:30 on Thursday, this Thursday. So that's the Vintage Daisy. And Anne is going to share hers Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock. And it's Anne's Create and Share, ANN''S, Anne's Create and Share. Heidi, let's see, Heidi said she is, let's see, Heidi, a little bit, okay, wait a minute. Cheryl's already done hers, and Heidi is going to do, where is Heidi? Heidi is, oh, there's, Heidi was the first one. Friday morning at 11. So hopefully you guys wrote all that down. Friday morning at 11 is Heidi, and I believe Heidi is Eastern time. I think she's in New Hampshire. And her page is called Joyful Artistry. So you guys may have to replay this a little bit and jot all that down, okay? Joyful Artistry by Heidi is Friday morning at 11 on her page. Cheryl was this afternoon, so you can go to Mama P's Crafty Creations and see Cheryl's unveiling. Anne is Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning, Eastern time. That is, she's in Florida. Anne's Create and Share, ANN''S. And then Michelle, I'm on right now. And then Michelle will be Thursday at 7:30 p.m., I'm sure, Eastern time. Okay? So anyway, that's the circle of friends. And I tell you, it was quite an impressive little circle of friends. We were all kind of new to each other for the most part. I mean, I think we had heard of each other and saw each other, but we didn't really communicate, or, I mean, I did with Michelle, but that was really it. So it was kind of fun to build a friendship, and boy, did we ever. So I got my box. Okay, I got my box. Wait till you see this book. Talk about a mile-high piece of pie. Here you go. So Now, since we're not doing this in an event, oh, good. Okay. Since we're not doing an event, like, you know, where it's every hour on the hour, we can take our time. We can devour this. We can really dig in and see how it is. So I'm sorry I've been on here for a while, you guys. But I'm here now. So I've been babysitting every day this month, which has been a lot. So it's been great. It's been absolutely great. But just, I don't know, pulling it together at the end, I don't know. And there's just with Christmas, there's so much happening and stuff. So, okay, keep spinning it. I want it to be right side up for you guys. So first of all, as a fairly new journalist, I had never done anything like this. I really hadn't not really. So I didn't know to wrap my book and tie it. And all these other girls had theirs slipped in pillowcases and in these cute little bags that they made or wrapped like this. And they were all, and I was like, I didn't know I was supposed to do that. So anyway, Michelle took care of it for me. I believe it was Michelle that wrapped me up. I hope I'm not wrong. But remember, this has been going on for months and months. And here's the other thing. I realized early on, like before my book went out, that how are we going to know who did what pages? And so I got a little gold, any of you guys that watch me, I did a little gold wax thing, and Heidi cut her name out of all of her Heidi books and stuck it on her pages. So the other ones, I'm not sure, because I started watching Anne immediately when she followed me on the very first one, and she kicked me out. She's like, get out. You're not allowed to see. I'm doing a surprise. And so then I was watching Heidi, and it was kind of the same thing, you know, like, oh, I didn't know you'd be watching me or something. I don't remember. So I kind of peeked in and said hello and, you know, watched for a little while, but I really haven't like watched. So I'm not 100% sure who did what pages. So I can kind of guess. And I did look through this when it very first came. I opened it up and I got to look at it. Cheryl said, you guys open your books and devour them and enjoy them. And so I did look through it. I didn't study it super because I wanted to do that with you guys. And then, then like the very next day, Julie, my friend Julie came over and she wanted to see the book. So I looked at it upside down while she flipped through and was like oogling over every page. So I'm about to do that with you guys as well. So I absolutely love this little wrap. It's a table runner. It's a short table runner, or like a rectangle doily. It's not super long, but it was perfect for the book. So I love this, and I loved the choice of ribbon together. So love that. All right. So as I told you in the beginning, I got to put this book together. I think everyone else sewed in their pages, and I wasn't confident in doing that. So I punched little holes. I was proud of myself for figuring out how to do a rivet, to be honest. So I riveted mine and tied them with seam binding. And I was also proud of myself because I did this X thing, which I thought was, you know, a little fancier than just your typical whatever. See if I can figure out how to show you guys. So there you go. There's my X's I was pretty proud of. Whoops. See if I can get it. There you go. See? So that's how my pages are attached. I learned so much going through this, you guys. So any of you that, I know there's a bunch of you that are like, I'm not into journals, or I don't journal or whatever. To me, this is a treasure book. I don't know that I would journal in it. I don't write down my thoughts and feelings. I just go to bed. So, I'm not a very good journaler. I don't take my time and meditate and all that stuff. But I know there are people that do, and I've seen them just jot little things in the pages. And so I've kind of rethought my whole everything about journals. So I hope that you guys do too. And I hope that as, you know, I progress with confidence in doing these, because I'm totally hooked. I totally love it. And I think you'll be seeing me do more. I hope that you consider maybe making one too. So anyway, Okay, so I've explained how I did that, and you can go back. We have a hashtag. You can scroll back and find, scroll. Oh, thank you for the stars. That is so, gosh, I got stars. I haven't even showed you my book yet. Yay. Thank you so much, Jolynn. But as you guys, if you guys want to go back and see like the whole thing, if you're new and you don't know what I'm talking about, we have a hashtag. And what that is just like the pound sign. It looks like a hopscotch or a tic-tac-toe. Click on that. And then with no spaces, all lowercase, type in Vintage Friendship Journal. And that will take you to all of our videos have been tagged. And you can just sit and watch each one of us individually make our covers, make our pages, put them together, decorate them, and then decorate each other's as well. So you're not a journalist. It is such a true treasure. It's a treasure book, yes, and it is a creative outlet. I know I've always called them a treasure book because that's what they are to me. I started out, Debbie, doing just the covers. I started out just taking a book that was cruddy and decorating it like this and making it pretty. And then sometimes I would paint the pages gold and just leave it. I think I have 3 of them. Actually, well, it's put away now because of the holiday, my Christmas decor. But I think I have 3 of them that I did and kept that I still love. But to actually open it up and do stuff inside is new for me. So anyway, I'm a first timer. So the other thing that I didn't know how to do, I'm kind of taking my time because I feel like there's a lot of you that are new, and those of you that have been here might want to review. I'm just talking about, God, I need another drink. Sorry. I knew there was one more thing I wanted to get, and that was a cough drop, and I forgot. Okay, so the other thing I want to show you that Heidi did for me, she was debating on doing another page, and all of the girls had made a closure, made a way to hold their book shut. And I didn't know about that either. I didn't think about it. I mean, I guess I knew sometimes they do that, but I didn't realize everybody was going to do that. And I didn't really know how to do it. But if you watch Heidi's Joyful Artistry by Heidi, she took, these are boot, there, you can see the metal. These are boot lace, like for people that do leather work and make their boots. These are like lace holders. And you can get them on Amazon. And she riveted, I think that's what, let's see, this is a rivet. I don't know what this is. Not a brad nail. Linda Glenham, are you on here? I don't know what that is, but she did that to mine. And then just strung seam binding in here. Hi, you guys. Strung seam binding in here. Left it plenty long because I asked her if she could figure out a way to make my book close and stay shut. And she said she would do that instead of a page. So she did that for me. So bless her heart. All right. So let's devour the front of this a little bit. And I will show you, because I kind of forget too. But I added fabric and an old clock face, a little heart padlock with a little key. This is an old optometrist lens. These are, I don't know if I have any more on my website or not. You'd have to message me if you need one. I think I do. I think I have some blanks. You would just have to, I think they're silver. You would have to do gold if you wanted it gold, do rub and buff. And then that's just a postcard, punched out postcard from 1910, it says. And then I love to buy old hats, especially with velvet flowers. So I added these flowers on, and then of course a key. I always do keys, and I don't know why. You'd think I'd get the keys. What is that? Oh, just a piece of lace. And then we made these leaves in our group. I have like a little private group, and we made these leaves with wire. Whoops. And then this is a slide, and I put a coin inside with some raised paper behind it. And I used old German book pages and to replicate a slide. So grommets on the spine. Okay, you're right. Okay, See, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yes, I thought of you when I put that daisy on there. Okay, so then this is what I did with the inside cover. This is still just the cover, and I did this, and I put netting over a picture. That idea came to me from Jimmy Swift, who is an artist that follows me here. And Jimmy had me do that. She's taught me quite a few things, and that was one of her little tricks, and I absolutely love it. So I learned that from her. And then I did the back cover too. See, I don't even remember. It's been months and months. Hello, back page. Look how pretty. How fun. And I made a little tuck. So tucks are little like a pocket. I guess you call this a pocket, and this is the tuck part. And there's a gazillion ways of little things that you can tuck in pockets. So you're going to hear me talk a lot about them because we were all making little tucky things. And so thank you guys. When you guys are like, I don't want to make a journal, maybe start with little things like this. And I think we're going to dive into some of that in this coming year. I kind of really want to devote a little time to doing some of these because I love them. And in my mind, Anne had, who was it? Gosh, it could have been Heidi. It could have been Michelle. Somebody had like a ring of tags. Who the heck was it? Hey, Jimmy Swift, I was just talking about you, about the netting. You inspired me to put this netting over that. So anyway, I lost my trail of thought. But yeah, they had like a big metal ring, I think it was, and they just had all kinds of tags, and they just decorated tags. And then when they needed something to tuck in, they did. But you could do bookmarks or whatever. Okay, so I think that's a really cool thing. And then I've got cabinet cards, which are just like those really thick cards of people with pictures. And if Anne has them. Okay, I can't remember who that was. Thanks, Peggy. They probably all do. They probably all have a ring of something. But anyway, the cabinet cards are little things you can tuck in, and you can decorate the backs of them. Also, those big wooden boxes that you would look in, like, and you would slide a card in or I don't know how you put it in, but it's really thick. And you can decorate those. Like if they're pretty, leave the front alone and just decorate the back side. So instead of diving into a whole book, try little things like that, little things that you're going to tuck in, or what they call a master board, where you have just a sheet of cardstock or whatever, and just start gluing stuff to it. And then you can cut it out. Like, okay, I needed something long and skinny to fit in this little pocket, so just cut out a sliver, and then after you cut it out, you can add some buttons. While you have it out, you can add little things to it. And it's kind of like that's kind of how I always did that kind of stuff. I had never put like books together. I did years ago I started my group in like 2019, and very early in the group, we made these books. I'd never seen anyone do anything like it. And we made some books, not like this, but different. We did like hot wax books. And I learned how to do the sewing of the spine and all of that stuff, but it had been so long ago when these journals started coming around, I didn't even remember how I did it. So I go back and rewatch. And then I thought, man, I'm going to mess it up. And I even messed this up. If you watch my very first video when we were making it, I messed up my pages. I had to remake pages really fast. So I messed up. So yeah, nobody's perfect, right? So one of the girls, I'm going to assume it was Michelle, decorated my front page. And the reason I'm assuming it is her is because there's this little words. Oh shoot, I meant to flip you guys too. Let me flip you guys so you'll be, hey, I got more stars from somebody. I just noticed that. Thank you guys. Uh-oh, I flipped it. Did I flip it back? There. Okay, that's right, because it's the opposite of how I'm seeing it, right? Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so you're flipped now, so I'll have a hard time finding you. But there you go. And there's her little message. I'll see if I can read it for you. Beautiful journey with friends. Oh my gosh, how sweet is that? And that's what this was. That's perfect. And then Okay, let me see. I'm looking for the name Heidi. I don't see Heidi. So I'm not sure. It could have been Anne or Michelle or Cheryl that did this page. I'm not sure. Some of the pages I can guess, but I can't guess this one. I don't know. Can't guess this one. I don't know who did it. Whoops, let me drop that down so I can see comments. Thank you. They are so beautiful. I enjoyed seeing Cheryl's. She took great time in sharing her journal, so it kind of made me want to slow down a little bit and let you guys really see, because I wanted to see. And you know, another thing is you can screenshot this as we go. Screenshot so that you can look back. And you think it's awesome that I don't know. Yeah, well, first I guess Michelle, and then I'm like, you know what? I think it could have been Heidi, because usually Anne will do some kind of painting, something, and Cheryl I think would have a little more color, but see, I could totally be wrong. I'm just guessing. So okay, so they've taken the book page was this original. It looks like the book page was this original brown paper underneath this finger that I'm wiggling right here. See that brown paper? And then they've added like a journal page, this, and then they've made a pocket. And I know all of these girls did pockets and things and taught you guys how to do them as they went. And before this even started for me to get ready, because I was like so not sure, I had a whole evening where we made all sorts of pockets and tuck spots and things that I could add into the girls' journals. So you're welcome to go to the hashtag, which is just, you know, a tic-tac-toe board, hashtag a number sign, Vintage Friendship Journal. I did put it at the top in our description. I think it'll be active when I'm finished. You can just tap that. And you can go back to the very beginning, and I titled it that I was making pockets or some, I think I was titling it, I made pockets. Nope, it was a different lace that I loved. It wasn't that one. You'll see it. I knew it the minute I saw it. I knew that one was Heidi's. And Heidi put her name on all of them. I've not seen her name on this one, so I don't think it was Heidi. But it sure, here's the thing. We are all so much alike. Yeah, it's not that lace. We are all so much alike. I could have done this page. You know what I mean? Like, it's all, but I also know Michelle loves to use the old hook and eye, like that stuff. She's taught me to really look for that when I'm out in the wild. And so I tend to think it might have been her. And I don't want this so messy. I noticed this before. I'm going to tack this down. Whoever did it, don't be mad at me. I want that because I want to see that hook. See, I want to see that hook, and the way it's wanting to curl with that crease right there, it keeps covering up that hook. So anyway, oh, and it's a button. Look, there's a button underneath these flowers. So they've attached these flowers to a button. I'm pretty sure this is Michelle. Okay. Then here's a card. So this is just a tag, just a vanilla or a manila, whatever they call those tags, like an equipment type tag, right? And so it's a harder, thicker paper. And she just attached some lace to make a pocket. And then inside the pocket, okay, oh, and then she's put some paper on the opposite side, right? Put some paper, tied a ribbon. Like, look how simple this is. It's a tag. Make your U with your glue. She covered this first with another paper, tied it with just some, looks like muslin, and then put a little button on there. And it's absolutely gorgeous. And look, I couldn't get over this teeny tiny, like, look how little that is. See my finger? Look how little that is. She put it in this tiny, I love that little tiny clamp. I love it. And then these buttons are to die for on this button card. I mean, that's just to die for. And see, I didn't take anything apart like this, so this is all new. E&E Lock, Coal and Wood, Malden, Massachusetts. So here's someone's business card, it looks like. And then this is just some old paper, None Better for More or Less, popular dance tunes, popular music, popular songs. Bell Records. It's just some old, they call it ephemera, old papers. Is all clamped together with this teeny tiny little clamp, and I want to push that clamp up because I want to be able to see the little clamp and some of the buttons coming out of this sweet little pocket, right? Tucked into this little pocket. Let me push that down. See, so now I can see them all, right? Oh, really? I knew you did this one. Michelle did this one. Lock Lake, how cool is that? And then there we go. So we tucked everything back just as we found it, and you can see the little, I love that little clamp. All right, this page was originally in there from me, and now I'm gonna guess that Anne did this page, and here is why. She painted everybody a little something. So when I did Anne's, I painted her a little something too. I'm no good at it, but I sure enjoyed doing it. All right, let's make sure. Okay, so she has reinforced a lace pocket just like the other one. So see, it's the same exact thing. And she reinforced it with some paper here behind that. So it's like a double pocket. And then above the, so she took a piece of paper and then she attached it like a U shape of glue. Then she put some lace and left it a little loose, like kind of glued it down with her fingers in here so you'd have room to tuck stuff in. So it's not too tight, because that's a good lesson. Glued that down. And look, it's got a little snap on here, and she knows I absolutely love all of the millinery flowers like she does. And she put a part of a veil in here, or not a veil, but netting. They call it netting. All right. And then look, she stamped this card and watercolored it. I know she did. So again, it's a hard piece of cardstock or something like these cards we were talking about, or you know, like a cabinet card. There could be a picture of somebody ugly under here. Or an old tired, you know, something that just isn't great. And then she put a little bulb pin with a button and some old lace. And that's the tuck for the tall right here. You see, that's the tall tuck. And then she's got two friends, two little kid friends, tucked in right here. That's sweet. This is so, so sweet. Okay, now this page, again, I don't know who, I'm not sure, has an old collar, like an advertisement for an old collar, and then this beautiful lace with this little, it looks like the back of, like the spine of an old book, which is a Michelle thing. But I don't know. I don't know if this is Michelle or not. It could be, because she likes staining things. And then they did gold. It's just a piece of corrugated cardboard. And they fancied it up with gold paint. They stained it out in the back. They added a pattern, a piece of a pattern, I would say, or just some pretty ladies that are like from an ad for clothing, and put it with this clothing, with this collar ad. And then that's a tuck. So they only tacked it down across the bottom and up the side, just an L shape, okay? So this whole thing is loose, and it accommodates that for a tuck. So when I said in the very beginning, you could practice just making tuck things and cute little skinny things and short things and long things and making pockets. Go back and watch. Yeah, I kind of felt like this might have been Cheryl's, but then when I saw that little piece, I thought that's a Michelle thing. So, okay, that could be Cheryl then, because that's who I felt like. I don't know why, just with the sewing, I don't know. I just felt like it was Cheryl. All right, then we have a couple blank pages. Not that this book needs any more. Okay, whoever thought that other lace was Heidi's, this is the piece of lace that Heidi was doing in someone else's book, and I said, girl, all you have to do is slap a piece of lace on one of my pages, and I'd be happy. Look at this lace. I think she ended up put a piece in everybody's book. It's the best lace I've ever seen. Like, that's what Cheryl said today. It's stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. And she made a pocket, and then she put another layer behind it. Under here is another piece of lace. So she's got two pieces of lace, and she's got her name right here. How lucky is that to have a book with her name in it? That's kind of cool. I'm going to take the tucks out. Then she's got just some, it could be cheesecloth, but probably just, I don't know. It could be cheesecloth or a simple netting or something, and some flowers, and then just some seam. It looks like, oh, it's not really seam binding. It's like a really thin rickrack. It must be old, or she's just really softened it. But it's not a rickrack, grosgrain. I'm not very good at all that. All that technical words. Okay, I get a drink of water. Okay, sorry, I just feel a cough coming on. Okay, and oh look, we've got a tuck, and I pull on everything because you never know. Okay, so this is an old postcard. Okay, I send you, dear heart, a world of love. Oh, I love it. Isn't that sweet? And then she covered the back. Here you can see it says postcard. So she used the postcard as her surface for decorating, right? And she added a piece of lace up here. She added a bigger white-ish piece of lace here. She put a paper envelope down. And then she added she added one piece of, it's not netting, but it's a netting type material, see? And then put a little save $5 little coupon. And so inside this little envelope is where you tuck this little card. And all of the girls kind of left places for us to journal or write little secret thoughts or whatever. And she cut that to fit perfectly into the paper envelope. Can you see the paper envelope? There you go. There's a little paper envelope that she hid. But how fun for practice for you guys to just do these little teeny tiny cards, like postcards or tags like Michelle did, to get warmed up, to kind of warm up and to see how you're doing. And I kind of feel like my advice would be, some of them you might want to keep simple if you've got a really awesome focal point, but also at the same time, it is so much more interesting when there is a lot of layers, a lot of textures and things happening. And you need to stay true to your style too. That's the other thing, or you're going to find that you don't love it. So if you're more neutrals, I'm more woods and whites. Everything I have is like, let's see, I'm backwards. So you see wood and you see white and greenery. That's like my thing. My whole house is kind of neutral like that with some black thrown in. And my cabinet, look at that, is black. So I have pops of black. There you go. And then in the spring, I do love to throw in some flowers for color. And at Christmas time, I throw in, red and green is everywhere. And then in like Valentine's, I go all red and pink or whatever. And then in the spring, I pull some yellows. But because I'm so neutral everywhere, I can do whatever. Okay. If you're a color person and you love color, you're right. If you love color, like Cheryl was talking about how she loves so much color and she loves quilts and all of that, her book should reflect, and her pages and things that she makes will of course be packed with colors. I like color, I like soft, I love this. But I love vintage looking color as well. So you can make your little cards like when I would do people's houses, we would pick a sofa or a rug or something, and we would do the whole open area. But when it came time to go to your bedroom, what's your fun color? What do you love purple or a bathroom? Those are the rooms that you can put a splash of yourself, you know, like I love all these neutrals. Of course, I'm wearing neutral now, it figures, but usually I wear some color. So, not always, but sometimes I wear mostly black, but I like color in my clothes and my shoes and my purses, but, my home decor, not so much, but I do have like a turquoise, a warm, turquoise. I don't know what the color is, but it's kind of like it's warmer than aqua, like a darker turquoise color. And I love having that color. I used to have, these used to be the colors of my house. Totally like a burnt, a little more rusty than that rose, and greens. You know, when everyone was doing burgundies and greens, I was a little more rust color, but yeah, so I love these colors. So anyway, I don't know what my whole point was. So forget all that blabbing I just did. Just forget about all that. I don't even know what I was talking about. I guess I'm trying to encourage you. Okay, so here's another beautiful page. This looks like, I would say it is a pillowcase. A pillowcase, the edge of it, quite possibly. Could be a sleeve. Could be the bottom ruffle of a dress. It could be anything. And then this little applique. And they've made, again, a little pocket that you could tuck in. Oh, this is Michelle. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. Oh my gosh. How did you do that? Wow. That is so cool. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't pull anything out when I looked at it. So this is an old postcard. This side must have been ugly, so she covered it up, which is classic me. And I know sometimes she says she'll use her old stamps and cover. If she doesn't like the stamp, but she likes the postcard, she changes the stamp out, which is a cool idea I hadn't thought of. And then, and then she added like all of this stuff. Like when I tell you layers and layers of stuff, she's added all this stuff and some buttons with strings. I noticed. And then look, she sewed on a postcard. So she's attached a little say a little chigger, a little line. Why would I say a chigger? Isn't that a drink? I don't know. A little line of lace, and then she sewed French knots and made little stems to make little flowers. And then she did all of that sewing before she covered it. Oh, that might be why she put the paper down. And then that covered up all of her little sewing lines and stuff. Oh, love that. Okay, then another interesting thing that she did was she lifted this up to put it in. Like that. That's cool. Okay, that's Michelle at the Vintage Daisy. So you guys should be following. You guys should be following all of these girls. I'm going to give you a rundown of everybody again, okay? It's embroidery. I'm sorry, I keep taking so many drinks, you guys. I just feel like I want to cough. You painted your house purple? Oh, that's awesome, Gloria. Now, I have my house that I live in now is a really pretty green. I picked a green, a darker green, very different. The siding guys were like, you know, they didn't know. But the house below us is white. The other house below us is gray. It used to be yellow. You know, all of the houses around us had all the good colors. So I thought, I really like the green. And so my doors are this, not quite raspberry. I would call them raspberry. And they're very pretty. There was a show, you're going to laugh. You'll know it. Virgin River. I was watching Virgin River. We had not a hurricane, but a hailstorm. I had the H. Not a hurricane, a hailstorm come through and beat up the whole front of our house, shingles, the whole bit, the whole town got hit. And so these siding people came in. And anyway, I'm trying to decide my color, and I'm like, my husband and I are all over the place. And I watched this show on Virgin River, and it's where the girl, the main girl, I can't think of her name right now. I haven't seen it in a while. But the doctor girl, she was going to work, and it's the doctor's office. If you know this show, you can watch for it. When she climbs up the steps, it's the same kind of green, and she had that raspberry color. I think they had flower boxes, or maybe the Adirondack chairs or something was in that green or that raspberry color. And I loved the green and raspberry. I quickly rewound Netflix real quick and screenshotted that and showed Randy, and that's where we got our house colors from. So anyway, do I not squirrel like a beast? Like, I just trail off. You guys are probably like, get back to the book. I know. I don't know why it was happening to me. All right. We'll get back to the book. Here's another page. I loved that movie, Virgin River, and that series, and it's back again. Okay. Michelle called this something. It wasn't vellum. I can't remember what she called it, but this kind of waxed, dark old waxed paper. And so that was a really neat way to make a pocket. And look, there's little kids down in here. And it says, angel voices ever singing. See them? I wonder if that's supposed to come up a little bit, or did she fix them down? And I'm going to see. Oh, golly. I don't know who is she. Oh, it opens. Oh, looky there. It opens. There we go. Let's just slip. Oh, and it's not children. It isn't. Oh, no, it's ladies. It's ladies. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, it's 3 ladies. All right. I don't want them so far down in there. And then we have a little train. They must be going to take a train trip. And then this beautiful, beautiful card. I love that. Oh, and look, it's an old advertising card. Somebody knows I absolutely love those. I have a whole little collection of them, and I sell some from time to time, but not very often because they're hard to pass. Or hard to, okay, this looks like a pullout, but it is not. It is an old picture that is glued to the page, and then they just added a piece of lace with a little bulb, B-U-L-B, pin. You can see it's kind of shaped like a bulb. Usually I find them when I'm clothes shopping. Vellum. Is that what I said? I think that's what I called it. Ha! I got it right. Look at her. Such a fashion statement. Love that. Love that. Here's a little girl just stuck on a great railroad paper. And she's got a little bit of lace behind her before they glued her down. Let me see here. And this is just an envelope. Oh, it's a lift. You lift it up. Okay. See how fun to explore this. How fun is this? Okay. So they've taken my paper, whatever the paper was. Oh, it's just my white. This is just resume paper, and I spritzed it with antique spray. And then they've covered, see, and I spritzed it hard sometimes. That's it too. This is it. And then this is what makes this page flip. So somebody's done this page. I didn't think I had that in here. The railroad, I thought that was Heidi, but I don't know. Somebody else has railroad stuff. And they have attached this page with this little flip. Do you see that? So this card, I'm going to assume it hooks onto the back of this, and they've glued this whole thing down, and that attached a little tiny page to this. I could be wrong. Okay. And then I could be wrong. And then this is just an envelope, but they made it a lift up thing. Just like, look how it like it's just, see, it's just more. And so you could have put a little something underneath there even, you know, they could have added even more. But it's a little traveling, let's see, I'm upside down so I can't tell. It looks like someone on a horse. Yes, someone's on a horse. I can't read it. I can't read it. These glasses must not be very strong. I can't read it. But anyway, it's just a beautiful envelope. So it's a beautiful, beautiful page. And I love that addition. And then this was cool. This was Heidi. She's got a funny little paper clip here that she clipped her name with. And see how, too, notice how the pages all have stuff hanging over the edges of the pages, which make it so interesting on the side. Okay, so then this is just a piece of lace, a piece of lace, a piece of satin material, another piece of something, and a piece of something. Someone has built a whole little, like, you know, piece of fabric. They've taken like patchwork and made a long skinny thing like this, tacked it down at the top and at the bottom, and then that made a tuck spot for this sincerest good wishes card. And it just fits perfectly with the size of my book. But I don't know who that is. I will find something new every time. You're absolutely right, because there's just so much. Okay, here is this one. And this is what those girls call a belly band. I don't like calling it that. I like to call it a sash. Because I hate the word belly. I don't want to think about a belly. So this is, oh, look at this. Look at this. I feel like this is a Heidi because she does that eyelash, but I don't see her name on this one. But she does that eyelash ribbon, or yeah, I think or yarn. And then they have hand sewn this lace. Someone has hand sewn this. I don't know if it's these girls. It sure looks like it. Dang. Look at that. In through paper, they've sewn this in. How beautiful. Added a little flower, added a piece of lace. And then look at this. This is all sewn corsets. Yeah, a corset. Looks like Anne. I don't know. I love the word sash too. I don't like a belly band. I just have such a hard time saying it, but I know that most of you guys relate to it as a belly band, so I'm saying it for you, but you'll hear me call it a sash. You hear Randy in there coughing too? We're both coughing. So the back of it is this, and the front of this has been sewn. See all the little, you're backwards, but see all the little stitching? There's stitching everywhere. It wasn't you. They sat and they stitched and stitched and stitched and stitched. I feel like it was Anne did this, but I don't know why. I feel like it was Anne. I love it. Love it, love it. See, I feel like I hate to say names because I'm giving credit quite possibly to the wrong person. I'm just guessing. I need to go back now that I have seen my book. Whoop, I need to get that in there better. Now that I've seen my book and devoured it, I need to now go back and watch them make my book. There's Anne. Did you do this, honey? I got a feeling Anne made this. Am I right? She just sent me a little love sign. I bet it was her. I can't imagine. I can't imagine doing all that sewing. I am not. Yeah, sash is so much better than a belly band. And, you know, you can't recreate a word, but I am. And you guys aren't, you know, most of you guys aren't journalers like me either. So we're all going to learn this together, and you'll learn the word sash. And then somebody will call it a belly band, and you'll say, that's not a belly band, that's a sash. It really is a belly band. Okay. I love this little buckle, and they've threaded it with lace. Then they've used a little splash of black lace. Then they pulled the black lace with a little clock hand, and then added this little, these used to be calling cards, and then put a little bit of looks like, it looks like pearls, but it's not. It looks like it's been cut. Like, I bet it's probably some kind of ribbon that has these little pearly things in it, and it's probably much wider, and it looks like they've cut it because you can see the little points off the edges. I'm just guessing. I have no idea. And then they made a little flower out of tulle. See that? Could be old or someone's creative. Anymore, it's hard to tell because we can make everything look so old. Heidi did it. That's awesome. Okay, here is another one. And I love, this is beautiful. And this, what a cute idea for a pocket. Just to use a little person cutout. These little scrapbook papers. So cute. Lots of stuff tucked in here. Let's explore. And then, oh, what's this? Oh, look. Oh, wow. Dang, I could use that. That's cool. Yeah, that's really cool. And then there's some German paper here and German paper here folded to make all of these little tuck spots. And then this little fella is part of the decor. So see the tuck spots? They're just triangle folded paper. One's folded a little higher than the other, and it makes these neat little pockets. That clock arm gave it away. Oh, okay. All right. Butler Manufacturing Company, Steel Products, Kansas City. Wow, what a nice file. It's in perfect condition, and I actually broke a nail. That reminds me. Excuse me while I fix my broken nail. I love that. How can I want to show that off without poking through anything. Let's see what we can do here. Can I put it over here? Black? Maybe. We'll see. Okay. Oh, look at that envelope. Holy madness. Look at that. Wowie, wow. Oh, I have to add a stamp over here. I have to add a stamp to that because I've got, like Michelle, I have a bunch of stamps. We'll add a stamp to that. I love that. Ah, I love it. And there's, oh my gosh. Look at the writing. Gorgeous. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It says, Friend Ida, I received the letter and present a week or so ago and have neglected in answering it until now. Many thanks for the nice present you sent me. It was such a nice handkerchief you sent. Well, Anna was at home yesterday and we had a big good time. Papa is going to Burlington today. Clara is going to Minneapolis this evening. I feel bad reading, but how neat, right? How neat. What beautiful, beautiful writing. Yeah, that's beautiful. Let's see here. Okay, that goes in there. And that goes back here. Oh, love that. And then here's a postcard. And it says the language of flowers. And I absolutely love flowers. And look how beautiful those are. Oh, and it matches this. Everyone's really been good about coordinating their pages and picking what page to put on where. I'm going to flip it this way and get rid of that yellow. There you go. That looks better. Yay. How's that over there? That's fine. That's fine, right? I love that. Okay. Let's see. I have seen Michelle wrap these little, yeah, here's 2 reasons why it could be her. It's got this little, can you see it? There's a hook. Yeah, there it is. Like a bra hook. And then she takes her, I was going to say Q-tips, paper clips. She takes her paper clips, words are hard, and wraps them in old paper. And then she put a little dangle, a jump ring and a dangle button on there. I would say this is Michelle. Oh, look at that. And she's drug a little bit of, oh, it could be Anne. Anne likes this plastery stuff. It could be Anne unless Michelle was playing. I don't know. I'm going to have to watch. Girls are confusing me. But she's taken an old piece of, dang, what did she do? She's added pieces of, I'm sorry, I'm looking. She's added pieces of papers, and then I don't know if this is painted, which Anne would have totally painted it, or if it's, I'm not sure. It could be a transfer. It looks painted to me. It could have been part of an old postcard and they put paper around that and left this show. And then they put plaster on it to tone it down. I don't know who did it. I don't know. And then look, it lifts up. Oh my gosh, it lifts up and there's more. It says beautiful little girl. And it is an absolutely beautiful little girl. And then see all of this lace just puddled on here haphazardly. Like it was meticulously placed, but it looks like, wouldn't you have a tendency to just smooth it out? But we're learning that messing it up makes it more interesting. Anyone can take something and lay it out, but to mess it up makes it better. Okay, so they made a little tuck, and the way they did this, see this piece of paper right here? This is attached. This is attached to the front, and it's longer. So it's attached. You can see it right here between these two cards, and it attaches her. So this was like one piece that folded together. So they mounted this and made a flap. So how cool. Yes, Michelle, I'm here. I see you. That's my little girl. Aw. What, Michelle? Oh, it's Millie. Oh, my gosh. Oh, it is a beautiful little girl. Oh, it makes me want to cry. You went to all that trouble. That's my granddaughter, you guys. Oh, Michelle, I didn't even see it. Oh, it was upside down in black and white. Oh my gosh, how freaking sweet is that? Oh, look, you guys. That's little Millie. How sweet. They just took that picture too. Dang. So that was a surprise. I didn't see that at all. Okay. Thank you, Michelle. So that concludes our first half of the book. Well, how long have I been on here? An hour? Oh, wow. My heart's just going to jump out of my chest. This has been so great. And I'm only halfway through it. Oh, wow. I need a drink. And then I just looked over here. She did so good. Wow, that got me choked up. Look at this. I got this in the mail the other day. And it came with a card from Denise Conroy. She printed a picture of Abby and I and put it on a heart and put lace around it for a Christmas tree ornament. Isn't that so cute? That is so sweet. I wanted to make sure I remembered to thank her. So everyone's pulling my heart every which way. Maybe when you don't feel good, you just feel a little extra sentimental. I don't know. That was a sweet surprise. I totally didn't even notice. I'm like, oh, and there's a little girl. I bought it. It was old, hook, line, and sinker. I had no idea. Okay, so let's talk about this. So in the very beginning, you guys probably have to catch the replay. I really did talk at length about all of this stuff in the very beginning. It might be good. So you can see in between these pages, see my little rivets, or what do you guys call them? Grommets. See right there is a gold. See that little gold shining? That's a grommet from my, right here, you know, it's like my grommets, see? Okay, so this little section of papers that I made is called a signature. Your signature is your pages in your book. This book has 2 signatures. Okay, so now we're ready to start part 2. So these are all tied in. I'm not sure you can tell. Yeah, you can tell. See, these are all tied in like I showed you in the beginning. So these two are tied with that crisscross X that I did and a knot in the middle. And these 2 are tied with the crisscross with the X. For those of you that might have joined late, here's what we're talking about. That's how I put my book together. I didn't sew them in like a lot of people do. Yeah, I did that instead. I just wasn't confident enough. These girls are very intimidating. They're very good at what they do. And I'm like an extra. I was an extra. I know, right? You don't give yourself enough credit. I know, but it's just how I feel. I wasn't sure I was qualified to do this, but I can decorate a page all right. It's just putting the book together was intimidating. So, okay, here's another page. Let's see if I know those people. Nope, I don't think I do. And this says, so it's been stamped with the word friendship on a piece of muslin that I would say has been inked to make it look old, but I'm not sure. It could be old. There it is. It's got a little satin flower with a rhinestone, a little bit of cheesecloth, it looks like, piece of fabric, some lace, and then a button with, of course, a string in it. Yeah, I know. When I saw it, oh my gosh, I didn't expect that. Sweet page, and look how well they go together. So well. You guys really did. Cheryl kept saying that, how well everybody coordinated their two pages and their fall behind page. Like these colors, see, these colors in these people are in these people up here. Like everyone really thought out really well what they were doing. So, okay, here's the next page. And it's a postcard. So let's see. It's made into a pocket. So they've glued this and this. Then they've trimmed the edge with lace. And then they've tucked something in here. Do I know her? September 22. Beautiful. And then they've used a postcard here. Or, no, I'm sorry. They've used an envelope to make a little lift. Oh gosh, that's confusing. How about all that? Okay, now wait a minute. So, was that in here? It looks like it was in here because it's sewn in. I must have done that. I don't remember. Did I do that? Oh, I don't know. I could have. I might have got fancy there on that one. I don't know. It's sewn in, so I did do that. This is me. And then someone's added this and this to it. And then they've added a piece of paper back here. And another little card that is stuck down with flowers. And then another little envelope. Boy, that's a lot. That's a lot. But it's fantastic. And then look at this. Now this, I think, yes, this is one of those paper clips that I never tried. Yeah, they knew I could do it. It was the best thing I've ever done. Honestly, as far as, I mean, I love crafting and creating and stuff, but being a part of this group was the most rewarding because look what I get in the end. Like, so amazing. Okay, this is just those little scrapbook people that somebody made a pocket out of earlier, but they've made it into a paper clip, and I'm scared to unhook it. This is hooked. This old envelope is hooked in, and this is absolutely adorable. I'm scared to unhook it. Let's flip. Oh, I remember this envelope. I remember seeing this when I flipped through. I died when I saw this envelope. Look at this. Look at this envelope. Oh my gosh. I died when I saw it. I just nearly croaked. I absolutely love that. And I feel like this was Cheryl because of all of the colors, but look how well these colors go. Look at that. So well, so well. Old postcard just stuck in there. And I know she likes things simple. So that would be my guess. I could be totally wrong. Cheryl, if this was you, wowee, to give that up is unreal. And look at this tiny little, I just now noticed this tiny, funky little pin, a little, like a paper clip or something. Look at that. How funky is that? It's extra little. It's really weird looking. Yeah. How weird. Look, how cool is that? And that is that holding? Yeah, that's holding this little number 30. How neat. Wow. I have a hard time giving this pin up. And that little clamp that I think it was Michelle that used, I'd have had a hard time using that unless you got more. I'd have a hard time giving those away. I've never seen, oh crap. See, I shouldn't have taken it out. There we go. Oh, she had it the other way. There we go. And she had it on this side. Let me put it back. Whoever that is, that's amazing. And that envelope, to die for. Okay, so let's see if we can figure out what this is. Oh, golly. Look at, oh, it's an old hairpin. Seriously. Look, this whole thing came apart. Oh, man. So this, oh yeah, this is one of those hidden paper clips. I've never mastered that. It looked pretty easy. It's just a lot of fold and fold and fold and fold. And you guys can look that up on the Friendship Journal. Michelle, I know, did them. Or you could YouTube. You could do that too and just put hidden paper clip. Oh God, I can't get it back. Oh no. Whoever did it probably said, no, don't take it out. Well, I'll get it. Oh, there it is. I see it. There, I got it. Oh, it scared me. Hi, Sherry. Oh, with the hairpins. Neat. I missed that. See, I feel like I watch everybody's everything, and then I see all these things that I didn't see. I don't know how that is. Okay, here's a Heidi page, because there's a Heidi right there. It says Heidi. And look at this beautiful lace, and look at this beautiful little baby picture. Look at this. Where are you guys? Wow. Wow, that's beautiful. Just some random fabric with buttons, with strings. Now this doesn't pull out, but this pulls out. Let's see what this is. Oh, it's just a sweet, look at that. Just a sweet little letter, and she stuck. But look how cute that is. See what I mean about not being perfect? Yeah, I love that. I love it. Oh, and look at this. So look at this. They've taken beautiful writing paper and just stuck it on one of my papers. See, here's another thing that I did that I didn't think through, is I put a lot of mulberry paper in here because I love that seedy paper. This is mulberry paper right here, and I love that look. But what I wasn't thinking about is that mulberry paper is like tissue paper. Like there's nothing there. So it's awful hard to adhere all this stuff without it flopping. So anyway, she used mulberry paper, and she toughened it up with this piece of paper, and then she was able to make a stiffer piece. See that? So that's mulberry paper behind there. So I love that. She got creative. She must have run out of pages. All right, here's more of that. Is it vellum paper? I think you guys were putting other words at different words. Whatever that is in the background of this little girl. And look at her bow and her hair. How sweet. And then more lace and more lace. Oh, and look, I love the pom-poms. Absolutely. Is there anything in the world that can make you any happier than pom-poms? I think they're just happy and fun. So she jazzed up a page with the pom-poms, and look at that lace. Look at that lace from back here. Whoa. She just gave you a peekaboo of it on this side, but when you flap that page over, dang, look at that lace. Beautiful. Love the pom-poms. You did use it. I love it, but the resume paper was much better. The thing I did wrong with it was I should have tea stained it so that it wasn't so white. I thought just antique spraying it would be good, but it's too white antique spray. I told the girls, cover up all that. Cover up all that you can. Oh, I love this little puddle of buttons. Look at that on a button card. That is the perfect little puddle of buttons right there. I love it. Oh yeah, this flips. Okay, so again, it's one of those big giant tags, and it's all decorated. Oh, look, this must be Anne, because she embossed. Anne taught us how to emboss. Look at that. So you put this liquid, like it's a stamp, and you stamp it over a stencil, and then you put this powder stuff on, and when you heat it up, you can watch it change colors. It's beautiful. Oh, look, she wrote me a note. Tammy, I enjoyed creating pages for your journal. Thanks for all your inspiration along the way. Your vintage friend, Anne. Oh, I told you Anne did that page. Oh my gosh. How sweet, Anne. A merry heart is better than gold, and better than wealth 100-fold. Oh, how wonderful. Oh, look. Oh my gosh, she sewed little knots too. Look, look. See them? They're little teeny tiny French knots. Oh my gosh, Anne. Beautiful. Love it. This has been the best, you guys. Just the best. All right, here's another page for you right here. So sweet. Okay, now, and again, it's one of those pockets that we talked about in the very beginning. A beautiful piece of lace. But now listen, if you don't have access to or resources for antiques and vintage things, we should do this, actually. We should take a trip to Hobby Lobby and buy some lace and buy some papers and things that are new and make them look old. I just don't want anyone to be like, I'd love to do that, but I don't have anything old. Because we totally could make things old. It doesn't have to be old. You can make it. That's what vintage is, you know. If you yard sale and you get something, you're like, oh, but it's so white. You can tea stain it. You can antique spray it. You can get it there. You can buy books. You can buy books so cheap. Hi, Diana. Yeah, you're late. We're almost to the end of the book, and it's been a really good, how many? 67 people. Oh, hi, everybody. I had no idea. I never look at that number. I try not to look up because it freaks you out sometimes. But hi, I didn't know we had so many people. Thank you, Sherry. I got this at TJ Maxx. The girls I paint with gave me a TJ Maxx gift certificate, and I bought this sweater and another sweater. I bought 2 sweaters, and I love them. So yeah, they were so sweet. Anyway, all right. So, but I guess just seeing this lace, I know that this is old, but you could totally, if this was pure white, make some tea, dip it down in there, wring it out, and it's going to be this color. You don't have to feel like, oh, you know, everything is new. You really can. Thrift stores, yes, Linda, yes. I just don't want you to feel like, oh, I love that old stuff, but I don't have any, so I can't do this. No. Yes, you can. And how fun to make it look old. So this is an old slide. And then look at this. Pint milk coupons. They're little tickets to get milk, and then a book page stuck into, again, one of those pockets that they've reinforced on a piece of thicker paper, probably a cardstock. Could be the back of oh yeah, a wedding gown. Oh yeah. That would be a great, oh, I didn't show you up close of this one. But again, it's a pocket, a simple pocket, but it's layers and layers of different types of papers. And look at the Tim Holtz section too. He has a lot of great pages that are actually like reproductions of old papers, little tiny. And I have them. I have a whole container of them. So, you know, you don't always, 'cause sometimes you want something that's purple or yellow, and I don't have that. So that's when I reach for that container from him. Okay. Oh, I saw Michelle do this one. She was talking about this when I jumped on her live last night. She had wings for joy, and it's wings, where she has the confidence to fly. And then she took beads and she threaded, now look at this. She didn't just pin it. She in and outed the pin. See that? so it kind of looks messy. She in and out, in and out, and in and out, and then she clipped it. So that was a cool little touch too. And then this is the back of a book spine, like a regular book. When you rip the cover off or the back off, and it's kind of yucky and stringy and all that, that's what this is. Okay, that's what that is. So anyway, you know what? Let's have a little chit chat. I rarely, if ever, ask for you to share a video, but I feel like we went into some detail and it might help some people that have thought about journaling but are afraid to try. And if you wouldn't mind, maybe this would be a nice one to share. I feel like we had a lot of good information in here and a lot of talented people sharing their work. And if you wouldn't mind, I think your friends might find this one interesting. So it would be a good one to share or sprinkle or whatever you guys call it. Okay, so here's another one. And now look at this. Someone has taken beads, like glass looking beads, and put them on wire and twisted and twisted and twisted and made an edge to hang out of the book. See that? It comes out of the book. How neat is that? Then they've reinforced the corners with something, I don't know what, and used the bulb pin to attach. Both corners are reinforced. And then they've got this little girl. She doesn't lift up. What a neat, let me look at this, make sure I don't know her. Little daisy on that material. Little daisy on the material. Oh, this little flower right here. Is that what you're talking about? This? Oh, maybe you're talking about the little daisies on this material. Oh, they're so tiny I didn't even notice. But yes, they are. How sweet. That's what you're talking about. How sweet. Okay, let's get this back open. So yeah, those reinforcements on the corner really, really worked well. And then there's buttons to hold down the wire. And then this is all just attached. And look, they drug this material clear over onto the next page. And I absolutely love that because it covered up that ugly paper that I chose that I wish I didn't. So I love that whole sweep there. Love that. All right, see, it's so white. I don't know, I messed up. But these girls did a great job of hiding it. Here's another tuck. This is Heidi. There's her name. This time she used a picture to make a tuck, a little pocket. She used a picture. And then look at all this stuff. What in the world? Okay, let's see here. I don't know how okay, so she punched holes, right? And then she used ribbon and tied it together and then put layers of ribbon here. And then it is an old postmark, just some lined paper, a different kind of lined paper, some words, more words in different colors of paper. Look at all these little pieces of paper. Holy moly! Look at all this. How neat is this? There's some handwriting. There's two more. Look at all of this. Can you guys see that? Are you guys seeing that? Let's just count how many she's got here. 1. This is Heidi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, gee whiz, I would never guess, 15, 16, 17, 15, 16, 17, there's 18, 19, 20, looks like 21 or so, but look, it's not very thick at all. 21 or so pieces, and it is not heavy, it is hardly thick. And some are ripped, some are not. And I love that. It is so neat. And then she's got this little flappity flap. Now, where the heck did I get this? Here it is. Oh, yeah. It was tucked under her picture. How cool is that? I love that, you guys. That'd be an easy thing to do. Gloria, the arrow on the bottom of the page. What is the outline of the arrow? Oh, you must be talking about sharing. Okay, I'll let you guys. All right, now we have another Heidi page. It has been safety pinned or bulb pinned. Those are those pins we talked about in the beginning that you get on your clothes when you buy new clothes. Sometimes they're on those. And then look how she added this little metal tag and she spaced it to hold the buttons down. See that? So she almost made a pocket with a little tag. And then she's got a piece of paper that has a T on it with a sweet little picture that coordinates with her color. Then she added a little piece of flowers here, and she's got a layer of, it looks like cheesecloth or some kind of netting with tatting over top. And then it says Mr., what does it say? Mr. and Mrs. something. I can't read it upside down, but it's very pretty writing right there. And then we have a couple empty pages. And we finally made it back to the end where we started. I've already shown you guys this page. And there we go. And then there's the back of the book. I didn't do anything to the back of the outside. But wow, look at this book. Look at this. This cracks me up. These little kids, this little kid peeking out. Can you see there? I need to leave that up so you can see that. I can't wait to show Summer that you guys, Michelle put that picture of Millie in here. That was so thoughtful. All right. Then, and look, so we've got things dangling out the bottom. We've got things dangling out the sides. And I thought I made my cover extra wide here. This part, I thought I made it a little wider than what they said to make it. And look, look at my book. So there is no better name for this book than a treasure book. And you don't have to be intimidated by the word journal. It is truly a book of treasures that was put together by my my vintage loving online friends. Oh, that reminds me, I have my little poem. I wrote a little poem to put in all of our books. And I mailed one to everybody, and I can put mine in my book. Yay! I gotta untie this, put it back in. I'll read it to you guys if you haven't heard it. This book is made by friends of mine because online our lives entwine. When there's time, write your cares. We'll cover you in thoughts and prayers. Keep this book for memories of what true friends will always be. And I mean, literally, I should have done it, but it was such a last minute idea that I just stuck it in there. Let's see. Can I was thinking there was a page with a simple little, let's just stick it here. We're just going to stick it in there. Silly. But you know, what I should do, I think I will, is write all of our names on this and our page names. In years to come, who knows, you know? We might have to stop doing our pages or something. You never know. You love it? Thank you so much. Yeah, because I've changed my name. My page name used to be called Tammy Loves. That was my store name, was called Tammy Loves. And I named my store that because I liked that I could say Tammy Loves Jewelry, Tammy Loves Clothing, Tammy Loves Paint, Tammy Loves Greenery, you know, whatever it was. It was a great marketing campaign thing for me. I got it. There was a store in was it in France? And it was called Lexi Loves, and it was a sewing notions shop that was old antique sewing stuff, and it was beautiful in pinks and mint greens and big windows and all handwritten. Her sign was handwritten, Lexi Loves, and that was the name of the store. And I saw that in a picture like on Pinterest or something, I don't know, and that's where I got the idea. I love Lexi Loves, LL. You know, Tammy Loves didn't quite rhyme like that, but I loved being able to say the different things that I loved. So right before COVID hit, I closed my store. I'd had it open for almost 7 years. And when we closed it, I was very sad. It was kind of hard. And I didn't feel like, you know, my page called Tammy Loves, we always would do store walkthroughs and all that. And I always shared merch from the store. And so I decided I wasn't loving my page. So I decided to call it Tammy Loves Vintage and kind of hone in on something rather than being so broad. And it kind of gave it a new feel for me and a new project, I guess you could say, something new to throw myself into, and it felt different. So anyway, yeah. So, you know, who knows? We might change our page. I think I can change it. I think you're allowed to change it twice before you have to start over. I don't know, but I'm not changing it. I love vintage and I still do. So I did and I still do. So you guys, wow. What a great experience this has been. I want to just thank you so much to Cheryl at Mama P's Crafty Creation. I want to share our shout out for Michelle at the Vintage Daisy, and Anne at Anne's Create and Share, and Heidi at Joyful Artistry by Heidi. True friends, for online people that I did get the honor of meeting Cheryl and Michelle at the Sparkle Retreat, the Sparkle event, the Sparkle Retreat up in Cleveland this year. But I have yet to be able to hug Anne and Heidi. But someday I think us girls are going to have to get together and meet in person. But for now, I can feel those hugs right through this book. I can tell you that is a lot of love from all of us to each other. And it was just, I'm sad that it's over. So anyway, thank you all for joining us. I hope you check out our hashtag, Vintage Friendship Journal. It's linked at the top. And I appreciate all of you for joining me, and all of you girls for helping make my book so special. So I'll see you later. Gosh, it's just been so warm and fuzzy tonight. So, and thank you for the shares, and thank you for the stars too. There was a gal that sent me stars, and now, gosh, I wish I could remember who that was. Oh, I forget. Dang it. Star sender, Jolynn Kasich. Thank you, Jolynn. I did figure out how to do that. Thank you, Jolynn, for the stars. I appreciate you so much, and that always helps us creators to have a little extra to go out and buy all of these things. So thank you for your support. All right, you guys, have a great evening, and I'll see you again real soon, I promise. Bye-bye.